Growing up with music in the house all the time, my favorite movie became Peter Pan. My favorite song was I Won't Grow Up. Who in their right mind would ever want to grow up? In high school, I would insist on taking my 5 siblings, 6 to 14 years younger than I was, out trick or treating because I liked getting dressed up in a costume and begging for candy throughout our neighborhood. One neighbor had a world class haunted house we all enjoyed so much each year. But if I didn't have my sisters and brothers, there would be no excuse to go out there and enjoy living like a child. Well, after graduating from pharmacy school, I got married. Having worked as a hospital pharmacist for several years, I finally had a chance to fulfill one of my childhood dreams. I enrolled in a tap dancing class with 15 other students, mostly girls, around 12 to 15 years of age. They were amazing, energetic dancers. I longed to become as proficient at turns and time steps as they were. I would spend hours in the garage practicing my techniques and dance steps. Sadly, my husband kept wondering, when is she ever going to grow up? I felt that I was finally in my element. I was ever so happy and energetic. I could not release my desperate need to dance, whether it was tap, jazz, or ballet. I was not ready to give up on my newly found identity. So we broke up. He wanted me to act my age. I had to turn the page, get a fresh start. I noticed over time that not only was I happier, but I felt so much younger. When I would visit my brother and his family in Oregon, people would ask him if I was his younger sister. I had to laugh, and I still do. The reason all of this is so vital is because how we approach life every day has a lot to do with longevity. As one person has said, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Longevity has become such a vital area of scientific research recently. People are speaking of living well beyond the age of 100. Some are expecting today's youth to survive with vitality well into the next century. Studies with mice are beginning to pave the way towards a greater understanding. The first landmark observation is that aging and longevity is not genetic. How can we say that? Researchers studied twin mice, subjected them to different environmental attributes. The lifespan of mice could be changed dramatically, and the rate of aging could be tempered by environmental factors. They discovered that elements in the environment that caused stress resulted in chromosomal damage. Under favorable conditions, stress could be relieved, broken chromosomes could be restored, and the rate of aging could be reduced again. If stressors or toxins were not addressed, aging would progress. The impact of stressors unaddressedly and were not diligently addressed, could shorten the lifespan of the stressed twin mouse by 50%. This finding is remarkable because each twin mouse member had the same genetic composition to work with. Studying twin humans reveals results where less stress is also best in boosting longevity. The more remarkable findings came from studying an easier biologic model. Scientists began to study yeast cells. Yeast cells have a relatively short lifespan, and determining lifestyle impact differences are easier to measure over a shorter period of time. Chemical imbalances and even yeast performance with reproduction diminished substantially when the cells were stressed and lost their sense of identity. Identity is seriously related to purpose, contribution, and sense of self. No wonder I felt younger with those 12 to 15-year-old dancers. I began to identify with them. Yes, even yeast cells can go through an identity crisis that impacts well-being and measured by longevity. I am constantly reminded of how a clear purpose energizes people that are dedicated to making a difference. Perhaps it is a sense of reverting to the adventure of childhood, a place where flying like Peter Pan builds momentum that is not overruled by limited perspectives often offered by adults. Where would the Wright brothers be if they had not been inspired by the birds? We humans have existed with those birds for thousands of years before allowing them to impact our perspective of the possibilities that the brothers implemented on a groundbreaking level. They opened our understanding to that possibility a mere 100 years ago. Now, we are focusing on an event even greater trajectory of traveling to Mars. That conquest has opened the door to greater applications of lesser extreme energy conservation, technology advancement, and exploring the limits of possibilities already exist. Those possibilities on a smaller scale have opened the door to expansion beyond belief using AI. I am talking about age identity, AI. The question becomes, are we using our age to impale our identity? We grow up when there are so many new adventures waiting for us. Forget the age. Turn the page. Let us live a younger identity longer.